I grew up in the church. I was there from sunset to sundown. My parents were children's pastors, so I was always at church, and I loved it, except for one thing. I had unrealistic expectations set by so many people. Jenny, you should dress this way, or Jenny, you should act this way, or Jenny, you should do this. It just was such a stress on my life that I let it consume me. When I became a teenager, I kept it hidden, and I would hide behind my smile at church. People would think, "Oh, Jenny, you have such a beautiful smile, you have so much joy," but truly, I was not happy. I was struggling with pornography, and as a girl back then, that was not normal. I was just hating myself. I hated who I was, but I did it well. Around 2007, my world came crashing. My grandfather had died, and my parents decided to step down from ministry. My church that my parents went to started saying some really terrible things about my family. They said that I was a horrible person because I supported my parents' decision. My best friends were told they couldn't hang out with me. These people that we poured into for about 8 years just said all these horrible things, and it was awful. I felt like a piece of dirt. In 2007, right afterwards, I gave church another try. Walked through Freedom House in September, and I was invited by a friend, and I walked in nervously and was absolutely terrified of, oh, what are people gonna think? But I walked in, and I'm so thankful I did. As I walked in through the school at University Meadows, I was shocked. There was just so much joy there, but I didn't feel joy. But as I was sitting through service, Pastor Troy was teaching on bitterness, and it smacked me right on the head. Immediately, I started helping tearing down the church the next week, and I just started serving, even though I was scared to trust people and let people in. But because I let people in by serving and by just allowing the people to speak in my life, I started to become free, and I felt home. Freedom House was my home, and my life was starting to change. I let godly men in my life, and I started to meet people that were speaking good things about me, and that I had worth and I had value. And I met my husband a few years later, and he's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I could actually smile and really truly mean it, that I was smiling. I wasn't struggling anymore with the girl that was hiding behind a smile. It was actually true smiling. That's when God started unlocking the dream of seeing girls who had struggled with what I struggled with have their freedom. I get the amazing opportunity that every Sunday I get to share my brokenness with countless girls and students, just to see their stories be unlocked of their brokenness, freeing other people.